Good morning. My respects to my Vedas and my wife, as I usually tell this, and I will go along with this now, with this episode. The reason why I try to explain it in English is this. One lady from France asked me a question. What do these Vedas tell about death? That is her question. Her name is Catherine. She lives in France, in a coastal town near the border of Spain. She wanted to know the Vedas and the death. She has been in contact with me for some time through WhatsApp, and she is married to a Hindu. She is a great believer in Hinduism, and as she says, every biological cell in her body is filled with Shiva, and she calls herself Parvati. Parvati, it's now for you. I agree what all you have written in your Facebook yesterday. In addition to it, I want to tell you this. My guru started telling me, when I asked about death, he said, Maranamum Mayayum Ondre. That means death and Maya are the same. Maya is illusion. There is no such thing as death. That's what he wanted to start off with. It is normally believed that a soul cannot be destroyed, cannot be influenced badly, it will not react to good or bad. So many things they will talk about it in Puranas and everywhere. As soon as one dies, the soul gets out of the body and enter into another body. That is again another belief. And since all these Hindus believe in rebirth, we believe that also, simply. This is a common thing. But if you go a little deeper into it, you will understand, or supposed to understand, when somebody dies, so and so passed away, he breathed his past, he breathed his last, he died, all those statements are for records. But actually, when somebody dies, the soul gets out of the body, that's true. Along with the soul, what else is going? That is a main point now. If somebody dies and the soul goes out, along with the soul, our memory goes. Our self-conscious goes. Our self goes. And our knowledge goes. Our wisdom goes. All these things goes. There are about 10 to 14, to be very specific, things go along with the soul from the body when we die. All these 10 or 14 aspects, when combined together, they have a name called Lingameni. That's how they call it. Linga is icon. Mani is body. It has got an ability to expand and contract. That is the nature of this Lingameni. Along with this Lingameni, among these 14 things, the bad and the good deeds we did and the result of those things also goes. The evils and the vengeance and the jealous, such things create a shadow on the soul. That's what the Guru says. That's what is most believable. those shadows don't spoil the soul, but they cover it up. By meditating, we are able to remove that shadow and make the soul visible to our own self and to great souls like great souls as it is. All the 14 things I refuse to put it on the screen, only those that are revealable I revealed. Rest of the things are little secrets. But anyway, the soul is not all alone. The soul has got its own team along with it, and it goes when we die out. What's the other thing is, when you have a jealous and vengeance with you when you die, unfinished desires as it call it, and take your own style of birth, you take your own birth, get into the body to satisfy these desires or vengeance or jealous, then that is up to you, and you will never have your evolution of the soul. You get caught into some other web and you cannot come out of it unless otherwise you meditate and have a desire to come out. That is one thing. Can you see this? What is the size of it? All those questions will come in the mind. Normally, if you want to see an object, it should have 3 dimensions: height, length and width. Only then you can see. Single dimensions are all spirits. That's rarely people see. Now, these icon bodies, if you want to see, you should develop a perception that minus 400 dimension. You should go minus 400 dimension and you can see this. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. In meditation, it is possible. Yogis do that. That is possible. That is the size. Once a girl conceives, on the 5th day itself, this icon body enters into the body. The cell and the sperm fuses. On the 5th day, this icon body enters and fills and occupies all these 14 aspects, occupy appropriate places, and that's called pradishtai. They get themselves established. That's what it means. After the 5th day, as the Upanishads and Vedas say, you can speak to it, and that's called Karpa Vidya. This is another subject. When the child is right within, you can still teach it. That's what our Vedas say. The dead is there, and the icon body travels. It travels and takes a place according to its good and bad as deeds it has already done. If it's an evolved Atma, it goes very near to the Brahman and stays there and wait for the command of the Brahma to take another birth. Brahman or Prapancha commands these evolved souls to go to the earth to do a particular job and finish it and come back. On command, they take a body and they work and go back. And every time a icon body takes a body, it takes a body to get evolved. The soul wants to get evolved. So, the evolution of the soul happens only when you take the body. So, it takes a body according to its deeds. The previous words. How will soul looks like? If I give an example, you will compare. So, let me not give you an example or narrate how it looks, but the soul has got an evolution that you have to accept. Agree with me, please. Within the soul, there are rib-like things, rib-like things, and counting on that, you can say whether he is an evolved soul or not. A fully evolved soul, as I am told, will have 26 ribs within. There are pages and written instructions how you can meet your own soul. To see your own soul, you have to understand first the directions. You should come out of these directions, east, west, north, south. All these directions appear because of the rotation of the earth. If the earth rotates right to left, what we see east and west appears like this. If some planet rotates left to right, the sunrise will be on the other side. The same way, up and upside down and down from up. There are planets which rotates in directions of difference. If you have the ability to go and sit in such planets during meditation, you can go out of this world and take a place to meditate, take a place in such planets which rotate in a different directions, and the benefits you get are immense. It is possible. So, you have to come out of these directions, east, west, northwest, east, west and northwest. No such direction is there. Sun is always there in the meridian. No, it is not rising, it is not falling. Yes, isn't it? Now, once you know and understand and get out of this rotation and all these diks, as they call it, dik is direction. Next thing is you should understand what is walk. Walk is what we speak, the letters, the numbers, words, names, all these relevant sounds. The relevance is made by your brain, and all these effect making sounds all belong to this devata called walk. The devata is nothing but cosmic energy. You should understand this walk, and if your understanding is good enough, you will cross over, and as you cross over dik or the directions. After crossing all this, you should understand what is your mind, manas. When you understand your mind, we know where that, you will see your Atman. Then you will have a dialogue with Atman whenever you want to do the dialogue. Whenever you want to talk, you can talk to it. Once you can see your own Atman, soul, then you can see everybody's Atman or the soul. It's something like that. It's so simple. It becomes so simple when you cross these three stages. So, death is just transition from one body to another body. That transition happens by the command of the Brahman for evolved souls. The souls which are shadowed by jealous and vengeance and the things like that will take its own body, it chooses its own body and gets into more troubles. Death is not an end, birth is not the beginning. Thank you very much, Paru, for giving me an opportunity to explain this. Thank you.